What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the camera comparison between the Moto X4 and the Mi A1. On the rear, Mi A1 has a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel primary camera with f2.2 aperture. Following that is another 12 megapixel camera with f2.6 aperture with telephoto lens that offers us 2x optical zoom. Moto X4 also has a dual camera setup with a 12 megapixel primary camera with dual autofocus pixel technology and f2.0 aperture. Following that is an 8 megapixel camera with ultra wide angle lens with 120-degree field of view. On the front, A1 has a 5 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture and Moto X4 has a 16 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture. These are some pictures taken in daylight and well-lit conditions. Moto has auto HDR and A1 doesn't, so all these shots are taken with auto HDR on Moto and HDR off on A1. Color temperature is inconsistent on both the phones. Sometimes Moto has warmer colors and sometimes A1 has warmer colors. Primary lens on Moto is slightly wider than A1. Capturing speeds are very slow on Moto. Even the camera UI feels slightly slower, while on A1 it is fast. These are some shots taken with HDR on both the phones. Images from A1 look completely edited, but still look better than Moto. In macro shots, sometimes colors are saturated on A1 and sometimes on Moto. You get good bokeh effect from both the phones. Now both the phones have dual camera setup on the back and offer portrait mode. On Moto, it's called depth enabled mode. Both the phones take pictures with blurred background. On Moto, we can change the blur effect, turn the background to black and white, and even replace the background of a subject. On A1, we can just take the portrait shots. These are some sample pictures. Moto offers a lot of features, but none of them work properly. Mi A1 just offers one thing, and it works better than any other phone in its price range. While taking portrait shots, Moto lags a lot, and you get a messed up preview. On A1, when you switch to the portrait mode, you get a cropped picture. Mi A1 has telephoto lens for its secondary camera and allows you to use 2x optical zoom. But sometimes, in this mode, color temperature changes on A1. These are some sample shots. Just like A1 has 2x zoom, Moto has ultra wide angle lens for its secondary camera. These are the wide angle shots from both the phones. By the way, switching between the two cameras takes a lot of time on Moto, while on A1 it's super fast. In low light, images from A1 look bright with noise, and on Moto, images are dull but with deeper blacks, less noise and saturated colors. In low light, I prefer images from Moto. For selfies, there is a huge difference between both the phones. selfies from Moto are wider, have warmer colors, and look more cleaner. Images from A1 look kinda faded. In low light, A1 has good color balance, but images are very soft and have a lot of noise. Moto takes wider selfies, and the front-facing flash keeps the subject sharp. So for selfies, Moto is definitely better in low light and well-lit conditions. Now for video recording, this is the sample footage.
Hey there guys, this is Akhil from GreedyTech, and this is the camera comparison between Moto X4 versus Mi A1. I have the Mi A1 on the left side and Moto X4 on the right side.
Both the phones can shoot video in 4K, and while shooting in 1080p, Moto offers electronic image stabilization while A1 doesn't. So footage from Moto feels more stable, while footage from A1 looks shaky and unusable. Now coming to the footage itself, footage from A1 looks more warmer and a little dull. Now, even for the front camera video recording, Moto offers stabilization and A1 doesn't. Even after cropping the footage, Moto's footage is slightly wider and brighter than A1's footage. So guys, to conclude, for portrait shots, Mi A1 is definitely better than Moto. But for the rest of the aspects, like regular photos, HDR mode, selfies, and low light performance, Moto is better. Right now the major issue with Moto X4 are the slow capturing speeds. So if Moto can fix that, then this phone will be fun to play with. So guys, looking at these pictures, which phone do you think did better and why? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I am Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.